Good evening and welcome to On the Grid. We are back
Hey,
after 2 weeks. Welcome to Jack and to the Zerial, and I am Salazar.
it's been
And
it's been a bit.
it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And also welcome to our online stream. Our guests from the US. It would be around about lunchtime. Around I think it's about 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, depending if it's daylight saving or not. So welcome. How have you been, Jack? Haven't seen you in a while. You've been busy.
Yes, it has been busy. Lots of fun there. Lots of new games, lots of new things going on,
And
lots
last
of
time
big
we spoke,
decisions.
awesome. Last time we spoke about your, we had a clip of your talk show. How's the talk show been
Yes,
going?
it's some of the big decisions. I have some great guests lined up for this week. Very excited about that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And the Zerial,
How
your
about
gaming has been crazy.
Just been on the WoW grind like always. I actually did play a bit of Fall Guys last night. I wasn't on stream, but I was with a few friends, and yeah, that's just always a ball, isn't it? So,
disappointed?
except if you're Jack for some reason.
Disappointed.
Like, though I don't
Just
know.
to
I
clear.
think I really like the new squad mode they have, where so if your squad as a whole does badly, everyone's just out. Where if your squad as a whole does well, except like one poor sob, you can just carry him on through to the next round. So it's fine.
Oh
I think
wow.
it's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's
Instead of
nice.
like instead of like two people in your group does well and two people fall out, and then you have two people watching or two people play. It's just the entire squad now. So either everyone goes through or no one goes through.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
yeah, that's cool. So would recommend. Yeah.
I might
How
give
about
it a
you?
try.
How's things been on your side, Talthazard?
It's been chilled. I think I'm just trying to get all my logistical things, because I'm planning on going to the US in the end of April. So it is cutting it really fine. Trying to get I literally have everything is sorted. I've got my plane tickets booked. I've got my hotel accommodation. It is just to get my visa sorted out. And the biggest thing is just the appointment, because it will be 5 days and I have my visa and everything sorted. So it's been stressful and exciting at the same time. I'm on vacation. I'm on holiday. So our school is closed. It's from the 1st till the 28th of April. So I'm
Oh
looking
wow.
forward to doing some collaborations and some long streams.
Time for some all-nighters.
Yes, like
Time for
8
some
hours plus.
48-hour stream.
Wow.
48-hour streams. Here
Oh
we come.
yes.
Let's go.
48 hours
I
stream. That should be
I
fun.
have to have my jug of coffee right next to me to make sure that I stay
Just have
awake.
the
and
coffee
just-
machine directly.
It's just a
That's it.
coffee
All I have
fountain
to,
at that point.
yeah,
You can
all
you can just put a line in, just drip it.
pour some coffee in my bloodstream or blood in my coffee stream.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's quite cool. Last night, I jumped well, I think I was watching someone stream and they raided someone, and so I think it was the last 5 minutes before the person finished up their stream. So I just want to show you this clip. It was literally they were playing marbles on stream, and I just joined in, and this is what happened.
Telvazard, bro. Freaking taking the dub first game. We're gonna just join, follow, and win. You know how many people haven't even won tonight and have been playing all night? You're hurting some feelings.
I just thought that was funny because I literally just got into the stream.
Just
And,
walk
there
in
and
and
Win
win.
immediately.
They said that quite a few people were upset because they was. I think it was. I didn't check now. I think it was like longer than 3 hours that they were streaming
Some people
marbles.
just get all the luck.
I don't know how you can stream marbles for 3 hours, but if that
Exactly.
tickles your fancy, I guess.
You
Who
have
am
to be-
I? Who am I to say no?
So that was something that I looked in, and I know it was in the early hours of the morning. My phone beeped and it said, "Boop, boop, Jack is online."
I regret it. I regret it so much.
So Jack, tell us,
Like,
what
I'm
were you
not-
playing this morning?
I'm not at my house. I'm at someone else's house, so I need to be quiet. And I decided to have a horror stream where I play a horror game. And I don't usually get frights, but it was a game called Mind's Eyes, and you're, from what I gathered, you were in a car crash and you're in a coma, and you're now inside your mind and you're trying to get out. You're trying to wake up. And I mean, the jump scares in it, and the worst part is, I started playing, and then one of my friends joined my Discord call, and he started scaring me in the Discord call as well. So while I'm already panicked on the game, then he'll do something in the call, and I'll just completely lose it. So yeah, that was. I'm going to do another horror stream tonight. We'll see how that goes, because I got a request of something to play, so we'll see how that goes. Tonight I think I'll be doing Outlast.
We'll probably be live right after the stream or close
Yes.
to it. So make sure everyone who's in the stream stick around and go and check out Jack's stream a little bit later. But I've got a few clips over here. I've got about 4.
Here we go.
I think I've got 8, but I just have to. I must admit, this is it's an adult stream, so if you are 17 and younger, I wouldn't recommend you watching necessarily. But it is, yeah. So I'll see if I can, in case there was anything that jumps out.
I was very vocal.
Yeah.
Don't think of it as swear words. Think of it as seasoning for sentences.
Yeah, it's reactions.
So
Exactly.
let's look at 1 of 4. Here we go.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. There's someone out here. I don't like the fact that there's someone out here. I'm such a wuss.
Okay, so Jack, that was just because the light went off.
That wasn't even. That was just a sound. So
That was a banging.
what I found out later was there's a door right opposite where I was standing, and if you go close to the door, it's like he's trying to open the door, and he's like, "No, the door is locked." So it was actually just that sound. I just walked too far out, so then the door went, and I just it was the first scare of the game, and it got me. It really got me.
That's amazing. I love these scary games. Let's look at the second one. The second one is a bit of a different
Jeez.
scare.
Everyone is happy. Everyone is safe. Appear used by young to fall into deep slumber where they go to bed.
Okay, so that was the teddy bear.
I got a fright of a teddy bear.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Like in real life, and that teddy bear is actually, it gives you extra points. But in real life, I don't get, I don't jump. But damn, I jumped last night.
Jack, are you scared of clowns?
No.
Okay.
I think the worst for me is spiders.
Spiders.
Pretty
so
much
it's okay, so no, I don't like clowns and especially those that make the balloons that go squish squish squish. I don't.
Of the sound, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 3 of 4. It just gets better, guys.
Fuck me. I know where it is.
So that was the part.
I would just alt F4 at that point. Like honestly, like
Where the game started, I knew. Like, as I went to the first room, there was a electric box, and I knew, okay, at some point the lights are probably going to go off, and then I can run there and I can turn it on. But I didn't expect it to happen so soon. So as I was out there and the lights, like, oh, this is a problem.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
not this last one.
I think I timed the bleep very, very well. Let's look at the last one.
I don't like this. I don't know if it's a better idea to close doors behind me or to leave them.
I need to show that moment of silence.
I sat there and I contemplated life. I was like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do.
I just don't get it, right? I don't get why people play these types of games, right? Because like, why would you torture yourself like this?
I mean,
I don't get it.
for me, it's no fun at all. But for the people watching, apparently,
It's just
they
like
enjoy.
the stories aren't even that good half the time.
No,
It's just
no, it
bad.
wasn't. Not to give spoilers away, but at some point, it takes you down to a basement, and there's this thing that chases you. There's a door with 3 lights. Now you run in there. The only thing you see is a door with 3 red lights. Then it's just a maze of halls, and then what you actually need to do is there's 3 computers. You need to go to each computer. For one, you need to press hold P to hack it. One, you need to hold X to hack it. One, you need to hold K to hack it. But it doesn't tell you that. So you just have to run around and it tells you it's coming. So this thing is chasing you. And I mean, after it killed me the 3rd time, I was like, oh, well, this isn't scary anymore because I know he's just going to kill me. I just now need to get to the damn computer. And then if you do all 3 computers, then you get out. But the game is very mind. It plays on your mind because there's no objectives. It doesn't tell you, listen here, do this. So you run around, and after a certain amount of time, an event will happen. There's nothing that triggers it. It's time-based, so you don't know what to do. You're just running around aimlessly because there is nothing you can do until something triggers. So
Yeah.
it's very mind, like it plays with your mind.
That's crazy because I saw you were speaking about like psychotic type of games. Kat was playing a game also. I can't for the life of me, I can't remember what the name was, but it was like a cartoony type of effect game.
Oh, I dropped
And
into that stream.
did you see
for like
that?
2 minutes and then I
It
left.
was crazy. It was like literally and figuratively. It was really really terrible. And the thing is, a lot of people struggle with anxiety, and the fact that we play these scary games. I think the fact that it is more like a cartoony type game, it kind of feels that it's not a reality, but it's still scary and it's still freaky because these things happen.
I don't think it helps. I think it just makes it worse, honestly.
Yeah, I still want to convince you to play. Was it Little
No,
Nightmares too?
no,
So
no. I'm
we'll
good.
have to
Thanks.
convince you really, really well. Zuriel, you've also been busy with your WoW raids, and how's that been going? Any big achievements or any thing
All
with
right.
your streams?
So I think actually like the stream just after the last talk show, maybe that Wednesday or the Sunday after that, we killed one of the new bosses we were on. We'll show a clip later on, and yeah, now we're getting quite deep into the raid now. I think we are 6 out of 10, so we're working on the 7th boss. This is the one that's normally quite a big wall for most guilds, so we might be here a while. I can't promise I'll have a kill clip in 2 weeks when we come back, but hopefully we'll get something done. And then after that, it's an easy one at least, and then you're back to doing a hard one. So yeah, let's but yeah, we can look at that clip if you have it ready, and then we'll just look at the kill basically, like we've done a few times before.
Okay,
And then yeah, you can just mute the sound and then I'll just talk over it if you want.
Okay.
So basically, so this boss is it's basically just a DPS race, right? So you can see the boss is there. It has like cool mechanics, but like it was never really like, I feel like they kind of missed the mark a little. So you can see at the top right of the screen under my mini map, there's 4 little bars flowing up, right, or filling up. So the way it works is every bar represents a different mechanic, and then the fuller it gets, the worse that mechanic gets. So you can see, for example, the first line, it's like a little sword. That's the tank mechanic. So at the start, all Shield does is, you can see I'm tanking right now. You can see every now and then she puts a debuff on you, and then what you need to do is she summons like 2 clones. You can say there it's happening now, which you need to face towards as they jump to you. So that's just happening. And then the higher the canister fills up, the worse that mechanic becomes. And then the most obvious one is the second one is she throws bottles on the ground. then you need to soak the bottles, and then the more it fills up, like once it reaches 33%, the bottles start leaving like poop on the ground. And then once it gets to 66%, the bottles bounce again. And then the third one is, you can see it should happen in like maybe 15 seconds ish from now. You can see there's going to be like 4 orbs in the middle of the room. So what you need to do is 3 people get lines on them. And then basically what you need to do is you need those lines to go through all the circles at once. So you have to make kind of a triangle shape where you encompass all the balls. So that takes a few tries to get used to as well. And then as that canister fills up, eventually there's like lasers between the balls which you can't walk through, and then the lasers start spinning and stuff like that. So yeah, here's some ads. Basically the ads are just there to like confuse you. You're not really supposed to kill them. They just kind of die on their own. You need to kill the boss, because once one of the canisters reaches 100%, you just die. Like, that's the DPS check, right? So you can see already, like, one's already at like 55%. So like that's your hard clock right there. You can't go past that. So you basically, you just focus the boss, keep the ads interrupted. You can see there's already a nice batch of poop on the ground over there from all the bottles that she's thrown on the ground. So we just move her away so we have some more space. And then these circles or ads are gonna spawn again. So like I said, we don't focus them. You kind of just cleave them down with whatever you have and just go all in on the boss. So yeah, you can see, I don't know if you can actually see me panning over to it, but there you can see, like on the top left, you can see one of the balls people need to interlink with, and then it goes away. So this fight is kind of like it ramps up, right? Because at the start, like all the canisters are almost empty. Like the mechanics are very simple and they're not empowered. But like the longer the fight goes and the more things fill up, the more overlaps you have, right? With everything sort of happening at once. So you can see later on, like right before we kill it, we actually get beams and we need to soak the bottles at the same time. So you need to like kind of maneuver through the beams without touching them, because if you touch them, you basically die, to get to the middle to actually soak the bottles, because if you miss a soak, you also die. So there's just a bunch of overlaps. I think we had about 37 pulls on the boss, but it's all basically just seeing the overlaps and then dealing with them as they come. So at this point we lose someone, but it's fine. We kind of just stabilize, keep going on the boss. You can see these ads should die pretty quick, honestly. There's some soaks. These are the first ones that bounce, actually. So they always bounce. So the way the bottles work is they always spawn close-ish to one of the people in the raid. And then the second bounce is always towards the middle of the room. So you can kind of know where the second bounce is going to go, but you need to actually be ready to run to the middle of the room. So yeah, at this point the boss is pretty low, but everything is at its worst right now, right? You can see all the canisters are above 66%. So all 4 mechanics have their worst form going right now. Luckily, we only get 1 ad. So the way these ads work is if you use an immunity for people that play well, like Ice Block or something like that, you can actually ignore the ad spawning and just like skip it. So you want to use the immunities on this set and the very first one, so you get as little ads as possible, so you can just blast the boss. So yeah, you can see people are going to get, there's beams in the middle, but we tell them to just ignore it. Just blast the boss, homie. Ignore the beams. And we just go boss. And then, yeah, there's some soaks. You can see we have to soak now. But if we basically soak these, the boss is just dead. So, yeah. Oh, we were pretty close. You can see the canister's 95% filled up before we killed it. So a few more seconds and we would have died. But yeah, it's a nice fun boss. It's not that long. It's just a big blast boss. You just blast the boss and you win, basically. And it's always fun just blasting the most DPS you can possibly do. So yeah, that's it for that one. And the next one is a real doozy. So you go from pretty simple to pretty complicated. So yeah, that was that boss basically.
That's hectic. It's the more I see your clips, the more I realize that I'm an absolute noob with World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the same thing.
Wow.
I
Filling up
mean, the thing, right?
bottles.
You need to work your way up, right? You can't like you get used to it. Like even if you just do like dungeons and stuff, right? Dungeons do a pretty good job of like introducing you to mechanics that are important, and like once you get them down, like if and nothing's new under the sun, right? So like eventually, once you've done enough dungeons and you've seen enough mechanics, you can easily go, oh, I've dealt with something sort of like this before. I think
Mhm.
if I apply the same principles, I could probably apply it to this one as well. So even though they aren't exactly the same mechanics, like the fundamental way to deal with them might be the same. So yeah, it's just the more you do, the more you see, the easier it becomes overall. But yeah, it's still an absolute blast. So just dealing
Do you
with the problem.
find,
Yeah.
especially when it's a new boss that you approach, and how many times do you think? Well, it probably depends how difficult the difficulty level of the boss, but trying to figure out what to do. I mean, filling up the bottles and things like that. It's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration,
Yeah.
or
So
don't touch the circles because it's going to pull you in, or it needs to pull you in in one case or
yeah.
something.
So the big thing is like most of the time by the time we get to these bosses, right? Other people have done them already. So at least you have a reference point. The big thing is you still need to adapt what you're doing to your specific group, right? Because like there may be a strategy where if you have enough DPS, you can just blast and skip something, right? But if your
Yeah.
group doesn't have enough DPS, like that strategy just simply doesn't apply to you. You need to do something else. So even if you know how everything works, there's still some like figuring out what works exactly for your group and maybe adapting some things. Maybe even if it's not optimal, you still do what's easier for your group, right? So
Yeah.
for example, on one boss when we're still clearing heroic, we're on Mythic now, but when we're clearing Heroic earlier in the tier, there was one boss. The way it works is there's three different bosses in one fight, and you need to kill. You can kill them in any of the three orders, right? But depending on which order you kill them, the other two bosses left, or eventually the last one, have their
Mhm.
abilities empowered and amped, right? But the
Yeah.
one you kill is out of the fight. So the optimal kill order was not the kill order we did, because the stuff our raiders struggled with was different than what other people struggled with. So we just eliminated that problem and killed that boss first, right? Even if it wasn't the optimal strategy, it's what worked best for us. And like there's a bunch of times where you just need to make the decision like that where well, we aren't the best players in the world, so let's just do something slightly unoptimal and
Let's wing it.
pizzazz it a bit, and and we go from there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's part of the
That's
fun, right? Figuring out what you need to do and like how you can get around problems, because this is just a massive puzzle you're trying to solve, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
That's
the
pretty much how
fight
I
is
do.
just
Go for it.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead. No, no, you.
That's pretty much how I do all my dungeons. I just wing it. I'm like, oh, okay. There's usually someone in there who knows it, who's done it before. I'm like, okay, I'll follow this guy. It's fine. And then we did a dungeon, and one of the dungeons, I don't know, I guess something was broken, and the mobs didn't even chase you, and we didn't know that. So the guy was like, oh yeah, you can run. They don't chase you. So you run by them, and that's the end. You just run straight by them.
I mean, our strategy once we get to a new boss, like if we've never seen it before, so if like a new raid comes out or something, normally we just say, let's just pull it, right? Let's just pull it and see what happens, right? Because
It was one way
for
to find
most,
out.
the thing is, for most people, right, I could go and do research and figure out exactly what the boss does and everything, but people need to see what's actually happening, right?
Mm.
Most people don't learn just by hearing things or stuff like that. They actually need to see what's happening to be able to like
Yeah, visual.
process what's happening, right? So we just say let's just pull it, and then the first thing we wipe to, we say, okay, well, this is how we would deal with it now that you've seen it, so it's easier to tackle that. But yeah,
That's
it's a lot of
pretty cool.
fun.
I think that's
So
why I stick to Animal Crossing. There's less pressure, no jump scares.
I'm with you with the jump scares. At least there's no jump scares in WoW. Once
Yeah.
there is, I might stop playing.
Jeez.
That's crazy. I think with I've been playing Animal Crossing also, and now this weekend, because it was Easter weekend, what they called it was the Bunny Day. So you had events that you can find Easter eggs and all that. It was quite cool. I think next time I'm going to show you some clips because I still have to download it from my Switch and pictures that I took. And it was quite crazy because it was this bouncy rabbit that appeared on Friday, and then he gives you like little quests and things that you have to go and find Easter eggs, and then you create little backdrops and carpets and things that look like Easter eggs, and it was quite cool. But one of the games that I saw, I can't remember if I've actually played. Oh, I mentioned this specifically, but It Takes Two. I don't know if you've seen this one before, but basically what the story is about is it's a married couple, and it looks like they're going through a lot of tension, and it sounds like they're planning on separating, and it gets the youngster involved. Now these things happen in real life. Now what happens is that it's basically, so it's not really a spoiler. The parents get turned into toy dolls, and then they have to do obstacles and things, and they have to work together in order to I think it was the child's wish, so that they would fall in love again and things. So I want to show you a clip, but I wouldn't recommend if you're in a relationship to play this game with your partner.
I don't know. I think this should be used for couples that are going through bad spots, and they should play
like
this.
couples counseling.
Yeah, this should be used for couples counseling, because I mean,
Yeah.
you tell them, listen here, you have to finish this game. They're gonna have to
I
work
agree.
together to finish it.
If they don't finish it, it's over. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
over.
it should be as a last resort then.
Uh,
But let me see if I can show you what the trailer looks like. And the nice thing is that only one person has to buy the game. You get a friend pass. So anyone, if they have the game, you can literally play it with anyone else if you bought the game. So this is It Takes Two. Let's have a look at this one.
How comes you get all the cool gadgets?
Cooler than you, Cody.
So
there's some real passive aggressiveness at the end there.
You can pick it up immediately. Cody and May. I just enjoy that husky voice that May has, and it's so much fun. I sat and watched someone stream for 5 hours, and I think it's a 12-hour game or something. It's not that long, but but it was so much fun, and I think it's really good content to watch people, how they react and how they work together, whether it's good or not. I mean, you have to get through it because the characters can't die; they respawn the whole time. So you try again. So that is quite cool. And I know that Jack, you were playing also. You also had something up your sleeve that you've been playing recently.
Yes, I have dabbled. Because obviously I play games and I don't stop playing them. I'm very serious about every game that I've started. I still play today. I don't buy 6-month WoW passes and then not log in for 2 months. Definitely. So so I already see Talazar clipping this so that I can use it in an argument later. So
That'll be the second one.
So I've started Star Wars: The Old Republic, and for me this is sometimes a challenge, sometimes not, because I have not seen any Star Wars. Like, I haven't even seen a Star Wars trailer. So I started playing the game without any background to the movie. The movies Someone told me that I should just watch. I just actually have to watch the first 6, but there's apparently 11. So I was like, if there's 11, I can just take one day and quickly watch them. It'll be 11 hours. All the movies are an hour long, right? So that should be able to do quick and easy.
I mean, from what I heard, at least, the setting this game is set in, it's before all the movies, right? So, just who cares, right? Because
Yeah, I mean,
Star
I'm-
Wars Universe is whack, right? Because there's like 50,000 years between like stuff happening, and this is like 50,000 years before all the current Skywalker movies. So
Yeah.
who cares if you haven't seen them?
I mean,
So-
and I've had so much fun. In the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this game is boring," but then I got to be a Sith, and I got to be, mean. But then this one specific scene, I realized I'm not cut out for Sith, because there was a scientist, and he was supposed to give us tech. And we said, okay, if you give us the tech, we'll rescue you from your captors. And then I got to where he was, killed everyone that was putting him in danger. He gave me the tech, and then I still had to kill him. It was like, wow, I lied to the guy and took his tech. So at that point, I realized maybe I don't want to be Sith. So I made a
Redemption arc.
so I made
Redemption arc.
I made a Jedi character, and with the Jedi character, someone was watching me stream. Such a nice guy, and he sent me and my whole party a mount, each of us our own mount, our own pet, and he sent me a cosmetic outfit. It was the
Oh.
coolest thing ever. Just a random person came into my stream. He was like, "Hey guys, in 30 minutes you'll all get a gift." It's like, "Oh wow,
Wow.
that's
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool."
So cool. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
So yeah, but I think we have a trailer for the game.
Yes, yes. I was also thinking that this game is actually it's free to play.
Yes,
on,
it's
on
free.
Steam. So
Yes,
that's-
it's
that's
free on
also-
Steam, but it's not only on Steam. So if you don't have Steam, it's also off of Steam. It's a very nice game, though. I've been playing with a friend. I've been playing with a few friends. Very enjoyable.
Right. So let's have a look at this trailer of Star Wars.
Our time has come. For 300 years, we prepared, we grew stronger. While you rested in your cradle of power, believing your people were safe and protected. You were trusted to lead the Republic, but you were deceived. As our powers of the dark side have blinded you. You assumed no force could challenge you. And now, finally, we have returned. fall.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was very much from the Sith point of view. I say as if I know, but let me speak as the expert on this. No, but it's a lot of fun. You can play as Sith, you can play as Jedi. It's a whole lot of fun. You can there's mounts. It's MMO. There's the story is very immersive. Like they focus very much on the story part of it, so it's very enjoyable. I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
I think if you like the story of like any of the Star Wars like movies, you should play this because it's better than that. Like the movie stories is not the best Star Wars material, contrary to popular belief. This is much better. The story is much better. There's less tropes.
Have you played this?
I have not played this, but I know the lore, right?
Yeah.
Because I've actually read books.
Yes.
Like also the era. There's just so many. It's much more enticing. It's much
For a
better.
second.
Yeah,
For a
the new
second, I thought
movie
you said- For a second, I thought you said you know the law. Like,
Oh,
there's
no,
law.
no.
I don't know the law.
Yeah,
Well
so,
educated.
yeah, the story is really cool. So
It gives me a bit of a World of Warcraft vibe.
It is.
I mean,
very
I think
much-
that's what they were going for, right?
Ah.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the same
You can
market, essentially.
easily and even with the C opens your character, P opens your abilities. Like it's very much like you can feel I is your like you can feel it. You can feel that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's I enjoyed watching you also play the stream, so it was quite cool. This is one little hidden gem that I discovered, and it's called Rocket Arena. And I feel, I've got quite a few friends on Steam as well, because it is one of the Steam games, but it's also part of your Game Pass with Xbox and with EA games as well. And no one has recommended this game and no one has played it. And I thought this is really a cool game. And it kind of reminds me of a Fortnite game, but almost a little bit, it's nicer in a way. Because, I mean, the type of characters that you can choose and they have different abilities and things. I quickly want to show you the trailer, official trailer of Rocket Arena. I don't know if I said Rocket League. Rocket Arena.
I was very confused for a second.
Did I say League?
Yeah, I'm pretty
No,
sure
you-
you said.
no.
Did you not?
I
I
thought you
look
said
like-
arena. Yeah,
I thought he said
it's okay.
league, so I was like,
No,
like
it's not
games?
the cars and the soccer balls. So this one's Rocket Arena,
Ugh,
and
it's a
let's quickly have a
terrible
look at
game.
this one. It's you'll see what I mean, with regards to graphics and all that.
Rockets away!
Let's kick this into gear. The trophy will soon be mine.
Have you ever wondered why life is so good on Crater? Sure, we've got the beautiful beaches,
Cannonball!
quality public transportation, and exotic destinations.
Another victory.
The people are courteous and friendly,
Jolly good for me.
and always happy to help their fellow citizens.
Are you leaving already?
But the real reason life is so good? We've got rockets.
Let's hit the trail.
about razzle dazzle. Never turn your back on the water. I got speed to spare. I'm here to rock it.
I'm having a blast! Full speed ahead!
Cool. So I think I've changed my mind with regards to comparing it to Fortnite. I think it's more a combination of Paladins and no, I'm trying to think of the other game that we also recently played, Spellbreaker. It kind of has that feel and a bit of Fortnite.
Definitely Overwatchy. I think
The
it's
first thing-
Overwatchy.
The first thing I
Overwatch,
thought was Lego-y. Like the particles and everything, it looked very Lego-y. Like as she was falling with the bullets on her gun, it looked like the studs on. I saw someone play Lego Harry Potter last night, so it made me think of the Lego-y thing.
Paladins is an Overwatch clone. So
Oh, yeah.
if you talked about Paladins, it's the same thing. It's like 6v6 shooter,
Yeah,
objective based,
I remember
arena-ish.
starting
Yeah.
Paladins, but
You played it for
I
a
had
while.
I played for a while, but I had a trashy computer then, like worse than I have now, and I also had bad internet. So it got to a point
That's the horrific duo.
I
4
would
FPS game.
completely
Yeah.
rage.
Nope.
And then I stopped playing it. I just lost enjoyment because we would lose every single time, and not because anyone on the team is bad, but because our internet is bad and we have
Yeah.
terrible computers. I mean, I'm bad,
Yeah.
but I'm not that bad that we lose every match. So
Yeah,
it did.
It looks very Overwatchy, but maybe it's better. So like I don't know. It hasn't come out. It's worth
On
giving
what
it
is
a
it?
shot when it comes out, right? So
On what is it?
it looked like it was on Steam and Game Pass PC.
Okay.
So-
So we're computer.
Because the EA Pass is a part of Game Pass now, right?
Yes,
For
I
Xbox.
have so many. I have so many cool games just because
The
I have.
Xbox Game Pass
It's
is
such a
legit
lovely
the most
thing.
value for money I've ever seen in my
Like,
life.
There's
It's
so
actually
much
insane.
things.
It's actually insane.
Definitely
anyone-
recommend it.
Anyone from Xbox is listening, you are more than welcome to sponsor.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we will talk about it every
We'll
time.
promote.
Yeah,
But speaking of which, we
absolutely.
need to go quickly to an ad break. This is also one of the competitions that our company, the Geek Grid, is giving away Amazon Fire Tablet. So here we go. There you go. So make sure that you are going to go to the Geek Grid. You can go to the Twitch, the Facebook, and to the YouTube channel. If you follow, like, subscribe, all those good things, then you'll be in the running for this awesome Amazon
So
Fire
that's-
Tablet.
That's all you do to enter. You just like, subscribe, all those things, and then
That's
that's it. Oh wow,
Yeah, 'cause you get
Yes, pays.
that's nice.
awesome. We'll
Wait, let me
find.
go.
We will
Let me
find
go.
you.
Can I win?
Easier than winning a game in Paladins.
Can I win?
Easy.
If I can I win?
But it's perms and conditioners apply.
Oh, damn it! It's fine.
So speaking
I'll
of,
still try.
we have us belong to a company called the Geek Grid Studios, and we all so much involved in STEAM education, or if you think of science, technology, engineering, arts and makers, and electronic gaming. And we have a few festivals coming up soon. I think every weekend, from this weekend or the last weekend, we had some in real life events. But two of the biggest ones that are coming up, one that I'll also play a little bit of an ad, is the Alpha Geek Con 21, and that will be happening on the 1st and 2nd of May. And then our big main event is in August. Then we have the Steam Festival, and there's a little get together. We're going to have a discovery dinner, and if you want to go, you can check out the site. It's www.pasteamfest.com/Steam21. If you'd like to join in, there's only limited seats, and that is the reason why I'm going to the US in April and getting everything sorted, because I would like to be there and meet you in person. And to get to the big ad of Alpha GeekCon, let's have a look and see what our cosplayers have to say.
Alpha GeekCon is an event dedicated to family-friendly fun and education for activities such as video games, cosplay, board games, cartoons, and anything else geeky that you can think of.
Well, howdy! I'm here to tell you about Alpha GeekCon. It will be in May, and it'll have lots of food, vendors, edutainment purposes, lots of fun things. I will be there in cosplay myself, probably as some kind of robot, but you will see me.
Over at the Bloomsburg Children's Museum on May 1st and 2nd. The hours on Saturday will be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Sunday the hours will be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hope to see you there. Spider-Man, flipping out.
Spider-Man out.
That always gets me. That last part always gets me.
That's so cool. But Jack, all three of us are planning to do the Steam Fest in August. And if everything works out well and we can get our passports and things, so cool. It's in August. So
If someone goes Jack, then I always, oh, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
So, did you guys think of if you are going to cosplay something? I know I'm not that experienced. I'm more like a cupboard cosplayer, so I'll take what
I know what I'm going as.
I think you've revealed that before.
Yes, Iron Man.
So it's definitely a Marvel person. Okay, so because the theme for Steam Fest is the zombie apocalypse. So I don't know. You're probably going to have to.
There is a one where in his nightmares, or in one of the nightmares, he is a zombie. So that's what
you forget that the MCU is much bigger than the movies. There's like a bajillion comics and like.
I do forget. Yes.
Well, not just you, just everyone, right? Like the MCU is so massive. Like everything that's happened in the movies now has happened like 20 years ago in the comics, and everyone's just like, wow, woo. But it's like it's not that new. But I haven't read the comics. Like I'm part of you guys. I haven't read that. I'm just saying like there's a much more source material everyone can like find inspiration from.
There's a in the Spider-Man Far From Home. With all the things, he actually sees a zombie Iron Man, and that's what I'm going for.
Cool. So I'm trying to look at hopefully when I go to the US, then I can see maybe I can learn a few tricks. But I enjoy playing what is it, the Adventures of Monkey Island, and the one character was the ghost pirate LeChuck. And what happens in the second one, he comes back as a zombie. So I'm trying to see if I can get, the big beard and the green face. And
you can make it work.
You can work. I'm sure the Zero won't mind sharing. Just
the
beard. We can just pass some of it.
I'll have to get some tips how to draw the beard. No, that's cool. And Zero, have you ever tried cosplaying or?
I've never tried, but I'm very down to go all in. I haven't quite hampered down an idea, but if I do something, I'm gonna go all in. I'm not gonna.
If it was not zombie, you could go as Hagrid. You need longer hair.
I don't think I'm tall enough to go as Hagrid.
Oh yes, Hagrid was tall.
Hagrid is like 3 meters tall.
Yeah, he's like
he's like a giant.
Which are the dwarves? Dwarves are big, right?
Dwarves are the short ones. No, dwarves are short.
What is the big one then? Because dwarves are short and gnomes are short.
Yeah, gnomes are shorter than dwarves.
Yes. Huh. I feel like there's a big. Because if you, but you see, look at if you've watched, I think it is Endgame. I'm referencing that now, but the part where Thor goes to get a new hammer, the dwarf on the star, like I feel like that's as big. He's as big as Thor is.
Wow.
I mean, he's
I honestly
small.
can't remember.
He's small,
Yeah.
but imagine like it's just a giant dwarf. He's not a normal dwarf.
Oh,
So I guess
yeah.
it's a giant dwarf. I guess that's a whole
I'm
different.
with you. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to jump in because usually towards the end of the program we play a few songs. And
Oh, we have lots of time left.
we've got lots of
We'll do 2 hours tonight.
2 hours. So, Zero, we're going to start off with your song, if that's okay. Just make
I
sure
can
that-
throw some background on real quick before we play it.
Okay, cool.
If you want. So I went a bit like wayward with this week's song. It's kind of weird. So all of you know I watch League of Legends, or I played League of Legends as well, right? And they have the esports leagues and whatever. And like the European one is the LEC, right? I don't know what it stands for. It's European Championship, I assume. League European Championship, I assume. But their content team is so good at making content to hype up the league, right? And so the song I'm gonna play is one that the casters of the LEC actually wrote and performed. Okay, and like the quality of this it's really good. It's really fun. So yeah, you can go ahead and jam that on if you want. I'm pretty sure it's DMCA free as well. Thumbs up.
That should be good.
You were my guiding wind. We soared across the sky. Who knew a storm would come and break apart this lie? Like a pillar of flame, my love burned through the roof. It couldn't be contained, but you were fireproof. I'm trapped in the void, an endless plain. No armor can protect me from this pain. Backstabbed by the one who I love most. Betrayed. How am I supposed to cope? I should be glad that we're apart. When you're so reckless with my heart. Revenge for the wounds that you can't see. Rebirth from the ashes where you left me. And when the tear is fully stacked, I know that you'll come crawling back. I gave you 8 long years, and you just threw it away. They even got a new man, and you still wouldn't stay. I guess you had some reasons. They benched you that one split. They made you play Garen, you and me, but I never thought you'd quit. I'm trapped in the void, an endless plain. No armor can protect me from this pain. Backstabbed by the one who I love most. Betrayed. How am I supposed to cope? I should be glad that we're apart. When you're so reckless with my heart. Revenge for the wounds that you can't see. Rebirth from the ashes where you left me. And when the tear is fully stacked, I know that you'll come crawling back. We are the ones who have lost, we're still fighting. We are the ones who have lost, we're still fighting. We are the ones who have lost, we're still fighting. We are the ones who have lost, we're still fighting. We are the ones who have lost, we're still fighting. This is goodbye with the words that I'm writing. Backstabbed by the one who I love most. Betrayed. How am I supposed to cope? I should be glad that we're apart. When you're so reckless with my heart. Revenge for the wounds that you can't see. Rebirth from the ashes where you left me. And when the tear is fully stacked, I know that you'll come crawling back.
So the entire song. So it was like one of the top teams lost their player to another top team, and that's what this entire song is about. So the player's name is Reckless, and you can see how that all ties in because it's reckless with my heart. But it's like insane that they just wrote this entire thing just to like promote the league, and it's like it's good quality, right? They aren't maybe he's not the best vocalist or whatever, but like it's pretty good. It's like it's catchy. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. So
yeah, I kind of felt that the accent sounded almost South African.
I think two of them are American and one of them is Welsh. So
Okay.
Yeah, make
Good
of that what you will. But
Cool. So I'm going to play one of the songs that you chose for tonight.
I'm pretty sure Ed Sheeran should be at the. If I had to choose one, that would be it.
Now Ed Sheeran, I don't know if you know, but he wasn't always a singer. Well, not a good singer either. So, and he basically just committed to it, and now he is where he is today.
The thing is, he sang in a church choir. I think one of the reasons that I like him so much is his whole mindset on everything. He has a big his whole demeanor, like he doesn't sell golden circuit tickets because he doesn't feel like someone should have a better like view because they have more money. And the fact how he just kept trying and kept trying and kept trying until he got where he was. I mean, he moved from where he lived to America, and he literally stayed in people's houses. Like after he performed at a pub, he'll go like, "Listen, if anyone has a couch for me, I'd love to sleep on the couch. I just need a place to stay tonight." And I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy him so much. It's just the way he's humble.
Cool. Let's have a look at Ed Sheeran. Awesome. That was now a sweet song to end our stream. So it was really good. I think I had fun. It was so cool just to catch up with a bunch of friends, also all the way from South Africa.
Yeah, it's a very nice time. I enjoy this.
Awesome. So just keeping in mind, so we won't be here next week, but the week after that is the 20th of April. I'm actually looking at the date now. There's like a day before I leave. So I'll be here and you'll know if I'm on my way or not. I'll definitely give you the heads up. So everyone, thank you so much, The Zero. Thank you so much, Jack. It's been awesome seeing you, and thank you for your contribution with the talk show and sharing all your knowledge and your experiences. It's been fun. And everyone watching on Facebook and on Twitch and on YouTube, thank you very much for joining in on whether it was on the Geek Grids channel or on my personal one. You must have a lovely afternoon for our American friends and a lovely evening, and go cook your supper and just sit
for the rest
until
of the world.
yeah. And Jack will be streaming very soon, so if you want to hang around, make sure
I'm already live.
You're already live. Then we'll probably pop a raid or something. And The Zero, you'll be streaming tomorrow night.
Yep.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
And I'll be
about this time when we're like now, like when we're
Okay.
ending now, that's when I'll start tomorrow night.
okay, cool.
So.
And I'll probably go on a little bit later, but hang around, come check out our streams, and we shall see you soon.
There
Good
we
night.
go.
Bye.
Cheers.